We've come to Mission Trails Park to get a concept of some of the stuff we're going to be putting into the ground at John and Carol's. I guess the philosophy of the garden, if you will. Matching with where you live. And that's really what we want to do. In fact, there's a big canyon in Kensington that if you went down into it, you would find all these same plants, all the common characters of Southern California's chaparral. And really understanding those plants that grow around you.
You live in a certain region, you learn the climate and the phenology, you know, the timing of the seasonality of plants based on where you live. That gives you a sense of place. People go to like the garden center at like a big box store just to get greenery to just stuff in it. They don't care what it is. They just want some fluffer plant, you know?
Yeah,
like,
some flip this house boat.
Why not use a native, you know? It's gonna do so much better. It's not gonna look like you're not gonna have to water it.
When they routinely watered their lawn, John and Carol would typically consume around 400 gallons of water per day. With their new native garden, they hope to cut that consumption in half. To make that happen, Jeremy will rely on the common characters of the Southern California chaparral.
This is another neat one that looks good most of the year. Dudleya pulverulenta and Artemisia californica, Salvia appiana, white sage. Like most of these plants, it has a real, subtle kind of beauty. As opposed to a lot of the plants people look at it initially, it's really bright and it's flashy and it just kind of can look like a woman with too much makeup, I suppose.
They want the tacky. They want like the showy.
Come on, people, stick to the natives, like the California buckwheat.
It just holds so many tiny flowers.
Eriogonum fasciculatum. Its many microscopic flowers form the base of the food chain by feeding tiny pollinating insects.
Oh, yeah. So tiny. So tiny.